Hey there, Pyromaniacs. It's close to Halloween, and so it's time for me to find some spooks to fling onto my subscribers. And what's scarier than an alien invasion? I'll tell you what's scarier. Gritty reboots of arcade classics that have no right to be gritty. So without further ado, let's turn back the clock to 2003 and blaze right into Space Raiders. I'm looking at the camera right now, but it looks like I'm looking out there. Space Raiders, also known as Space Invaders Invasion Day in Europe, was Taito's attempt to modernize their classic arcade game, Space Invaders. For those who haven't played Space Invaders, it's not that difficult to get your hands on. Heck, there's even a version on Neopets if you're into that. The objective of the original Space Invaders is to shoot aliens descending towards the bottom of the screen while avoiding projectiles by hiding behind quickly deteriorating barricades. The more aliens you shoot, the faster they come at you, thus adding to the difficulty. So in 2003, Taito executives apparently said, "Hey, that's pretty good. We don't want good. We want bad." And thus, Space Raiders was born. There's so much wrong with Space Raiders, it's difficult to know where to start. First off, they tried to tell a story. The key word there is tried. The campaign is split up into 3 characters who each have a different and equally stupid motivation for fighting hordes of aliens. The voice acting in the campaign is Zelda CDI levels of awful, and the story in the story mode is borderline nonsensical.
Whew, I survived. So, maybe he'll be alive too.
I just wonder what Ganon's up to.
The gameplay doesn't fare much better. Apparently their way of modernizing Space Invaders was by making the enemies completely unpredictable and cheap. Instead of the enemies slowly inching towards you, there are 2 types of enemies in this game. Those that stand in the back and snipe you, and the ones that rush you and get behind the barrier to beat the crap out of you. Luckily you also have a health bar now, so no more instant deaths. You also have a secondary screen nuke ability in the form of grenades, which you'll most likely only use once a level because ammo is so sparse. This whole game is only 2 hours with only 6 levels, but it feels so much longer, and not in a good way. Space Invaders isn't necessarily the most riveting game, but there's much more of a challenge than what's on display here. Despite the cheap enemies, this game is almost insultingly easy, to the point where it's more of an endurance test than anything else. It goes without saying, but don't play this game. There are so many much better retro arcade shooters on all systems. Don't go out of your way to play this one. So thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a like and become a Pyromaniac yourself by subscribing. Now if you'll excuse me, I'm gonna cleanse my gaming palette with some Mega Man 11. Stay nerdy, my friends.